Oh, he's getting it now.
Hey everyone, welcome to Heavy Metal Customs. Today, of course, we're back on the 62 Comet project, and at this point, I would really like to know if this motor and transmission is any good. Because if it is, that's fantastic. But if it isn't, that's major. Because we'll have to come up with another motor and transmission for this thing. Are we going to carburet it? Are we going to V8 it? You know, what we're going to do. So that changes the whole ball game as far as that. A lot of the wiring goes, so on and so forth. So, I think what we need to do is try to get this thing cranked and just see how it runs. If it does, we'll see if the transmission pulls. Right off the bat, I already see some problems. Pull the dipstick on this thing and it's like 5 quarts over full and has a faint to medium gas smell to it. Now that's never no good being that much over full of oil. And another thing, when I was cutting exhaust off of this a while back, the passenger side pre-converter had a real strong antifreeze smell to it. So that's indication of intake leak, which will make these things hydrolocked, but we know this one did spin over. Or it's got a head gasket leak, cracked head, something along them lines. Or it could be something as simple as it had a previous problem, it was fixed, but that antifreeze smell seems to stay in a catalytic converter. So, hard to tell on that one. But, I mean, it is what it is. That's why I want to go ahead and see if it'll start, and then we can plan what we're going to do from there. Well, first things first, we need to drop this oil and filter out of this thing and put the proper amount in it and some decent oil. And then we need to dump some gas in it, get the battery charged up. We have to put the instrument panel back in because the security system on these runs through the instrument panel. But let's just get busy and get that stuff done and see what this engine's made of. We'll do the easiest thing first, and that's the instrument cluster. Ready to go. All right, good enough. It's plugged up, that's all we needed. Keys in there, yeah. All right, well let's change oil in it right quick. All right guys, on this 3.8, the oil plug is right here. It is a 15 millimeter. Hopefully this one ain't got, nah, it wasn't tight at all. Well, it was tight enough, but it wasn't like overly tight. Looks really tight coming all the way out though. Oh, there we go. Get this pan to catch it all here. Because there's going to be a ton of it come out, I assume. Yep. And there's antifreeze. Now that's what you don't want to see, guys. What that hole does, well, that was quite unexpected. Tighten that back up. I don't want it leaking all over the place. Now that we done made a mess out of the floor, it made a mess out of me. Now that was super disappointing. Yeah, I did not expect that. I expected just a little gas in it because the fuel pump is straight wired, and I figured it was just, burning rich. And I noticed the mass airflow was not on it when I got the Blue Mustang. But, I got that Blue Mustang in on a trade. And the guy said the only reason it was parked because the shifter cable was broke. Well, he seemed straight up, but then again, there's liars all over the place. The reason it's parked because it's junk. That much antifreeze coming out of that engine, and as long as it's been sitting, that engine's junk. Maybe somebody needs some parts off of it, the alternator or something like that, but that's about it. And I can guarantee you the transmission's just in a bad shape. So, as far as being a fuel-injected V6 automatic car, it looks like that part of this project is out. Now, I got to see what I can dig up as far as the motor and transmission goes for this thing. That's quite a drag because that's more cost and more time and having to change a lot of stuff over on it. Well, let's drop it down and do some thinking. Well, guys, after more coffee and a couple more smokes, I've had time to sit down and think about it and just calm down a little bit, because I'm not going to lie to you. When I see that antifreeze come out of there, that really pissed me off, because I did not give a whole lot for the Blue Mustang, but I bought it as a running car with a bad cable. I hate to be the guy that just stands here and bitches about something, but thing about it, and I told the guy, I said, I will buy it no matter what, in on the trade, because he was buying a BMW from us. And he didn't have all the money, so he threw it in the Blue Mustang to make up for the rest. And I told him, I said, dude, I'll buy the car no matter what. Just tell me the truth. If the motor's junk, if the transmission's junk, rear end's bad, whatever. I said, I just want it for a parts car anyway. Oh, no, man, it runs good, blah, 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 whatever. Anyway, that's enough. Y'all don't want to hear a bunch of complaining. But there's a point to be made here. I should have went through it really well and tried to get it running before I tore the blue car apart. That right there is my bad, and my bad for believing what somebody says. So, brings us on to what are we going to do with the Comet now? Well, I'm definitely not giving up on it, and I'm not scrapping the project. I'm going to finish this car. Right now, we do not have the funds for motor and transmission. That is the major problem. So I think what we'll do is we'll put out the word for like a 302 carbureted engine and an automatic transmission would work out great in here. And hopefully that'll come around. We can do some wheeling, dealing, and trading on that and get that so we can get her going down the road and back. But until then, let's just go ahead and finish what we got. I mean, we're not going to touch no more electrical, no more interior for now, until we get us a motor and transmission, because I might have to change the gauges and some electrical features and things like that. But we still have a ton of body work that we need to do for this thing. I think I've probably got enough primer to prime this car too. So let's focus on the plus side and get all the body work done, and then as time progresses we'll worry about a motor and transmission, and during that time I can work on other stuff as well. But let's just get out the grinder, get out the sandpaper, the fiberglass and the Bondo, and let's get busy. Alright guys, I reckon we'll start at the back. It's a good place as any. Besides, this is something I've been wanting to do for a while. We have the, I call them fin extensions. Little things right here. Yeah, they're supposed to have a piece of chrome trim in them, but I don't have both sides, so we're just going to fill them holes up. They go in here, and normally they'll just bolt in there, and that's that. Well, two things. I'm not real big on just the bolting on and it being that's that. And the driver's side one does not fit that great. It's got a decent little gap here, and I think in here just a little bit more than I would have liked. So what I want to do, and I think this will make the car look better too, is go ahead and mold these in. We can't do no welding. These are some type of pot metal. Don't know what it is, but there's some type of cast pot metal. So I'm gonna take this over to the wire wheel and get all my edges cleaned out real good. And we're gonna take the grinder to this here and get all of this paint and whatnot off of here so that our filler will adhere really well. Then we'll get our filler on there, get it on, bolt it on, and since it's so crappy weather out here, it's rainy and humid, blah, 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 I'm gonna let this dry overnight before I even try to sand on it. But let's go ahead and, first things first, crank up the old grinder and get to cleaning up all of this. Well, first things first, plug up the extension cord, then we can get to grinding. Yeah, I bet that'll work a little bit better. Yep. Yeah, got all that ground out really well. And not too bad, guys. The only bondo I run into, just a spot right there where apparently a dent was. So I'll go ahead and I'll grind that out some more. But besides that, pretty solid on this side. I'm expecting to hit a lot on the other side. Alright, now, let me take this over to the wire wheel and see what I can do about getting it cleaned up really well. Alright, got that cleaned up good enough. Just want to get some of that paint knocked off the edge of it there. So we're good. I went ahead and wiped this stuff down. So what I'm going to do is just grab some of this basic fast dry filler. Hopefully this can's good. I just threw away probably a third of a can because it looked terrible. I reckon it sit out here during the winter and froze or something, I don't know. Oh yeah, this looks fine. It was mixing, but yeah. Oh yeah, that's going to be fine. No, we're not going to need a ton, but we'll get some mixed up. What we don't use, we'll slap on another part of the car. I'm going to guesstimate about right there. I've just got the little one, that's all we need for this job. It'll be sort of fun to mix with that little one. We've got a hold of some old cream hardener too. Oh yeah, this stuff's going to be so hot that it's probably going to melt. Alright, get to mixing and make it quick. Oh yeah. Alright guys, well, I officially mixed that up way too hot, but it's okay, it will still work. Just ain't got a whole lot of time to be fooling with it. Alright, mixed up good. Let's go over here and slap some on. It's bondo, it's not cut butter. That should have us there. Let me go ahead and use up the rest of this in another place. Alright, that stuff's done. It's too dry. Grab a piece here. That does enough to hold it. And that excess Mondo off my scraper here. Cut that excess off. Means there's less to sand later on. Alright, good deal. So we'll let that dry. Quit dropping stuff. We'll let that dry until the morning. Then I'll come out here. We'll get us a little bit more in there. And then just sand her out nice and smooth. No problem. Alright guys, well here's what I got accomplished so far. I've got these molded in there and sanded down pretty good. Yeah, I think the molded look looks a lot better. As you can see right here where I gradually brought it in, there was a big old gap right there. So yeah, that looks a lot smoother. Of course, this is just sanded with 80 grit. We still got to, run through the grits and get it smoothed out and work it just a shade more. And what I did, I went ahead and started on the rest of the rear end of the car. You can tell we're getting all that done. We're getting this line here refined, and then where we had to do that two-piece deal there. But yeah, it's all turning out really good. Like I say, this is all just sanded with 80. Got that wheel well molded in there. Yeah, that turned out really nice. And we're getting down to pretty much everything that we've done. Right here where we cut the car in half. So yeah, not looking too bad. Started on some of this because some of them bondoed up. Working on this one over here. Yeah, this one was really off. As you can tell, there was quite a gap running right through here that we're having to fill and get done out. Same with that, getting all that lines done. This side I haven't put much work into, as you can tell. But we are getting her there. Yeah, not looking too bad. Yeah, I know doing body work is boring. That's why I'm not recording a whole lot of this. I'll just give you some snippets here and there of what I've got done. But today I plan on getting on the other side, trying to get that quarter taken care of, as well as I'm probably going to pull these taillights out, try to get this and this rear panel done as well. And after that, probably just need to move on to the roof. Yeah, that's a big deal getting all of that done up, but got to make a decision on the back because I do have some rust and some Bondo on the back there where the window goes, so we're going to have to repair that as well. Well guys, I've been body working and sanding and this and that and other thing on this thing for a couple of days now, and I'm tired. I mean, we're getting it. The other side, I've gotten down to 400 grit, get it smoothed out. Still got some spots to work on, and I knew that was going to happen. But I got this side working pretty good in my favor, and it's going very well, so I'm not complaining. Well guys, I'm going to wrap it up for this week on this one. I know we did not get a lot done. That engine was just a big, big downfall and a big disappointment, that's a fact. But hey, that's the way it goes in the car biz, right? And what I'm going to do is work on a couple more other things next week. So there'll probably be some mixed videos here and there. I will have a video of this on next Sunday. Also, not sure what all I'm going to get done. Today I did at least get these other rims put on it. And, well, if I move you can see them. They were off the convertible. And I do like them better on this car. They seem to suit this car to me better than them black 5 stars did. But the black 5 stars look better on the convertible. which you'll see in a later video. Now, like I say, guys, we're going to call it for this week. I sure do appreciate you watching. If you would, throw me down some comments. If you're able, hit us up on Patreon. And please, like, share, and subscribe. Get these videos out there, and let's get this channel really hopping. Again, appreciate it much. Until the next one, I hope that everyone has a fantastic day.